Batman is the superhero protector of Gotham City, a tortured, brooding vigilante dressed as a bat who fights against evil and strikes fear into the hearts of criminals everywhere. In his public identity, he is Bruce Wayne, a billionaire industrialist and notorious playboy. Although he has no superhuman abilities, he is one of the world's smartest men and greatest fighters. His physical prowess, technical ingenuity, and tactical thinking make him an incredibly dangerous opponent. He is also a founding member of the Justice League. Batman has had his origin story retold differently several times over his many years of publication, with significant variations in continuity. In the first version during the Golden Age, Batman's first appearance in Detective Comics number 27, he is already operating as a crime fighter. Batman's origin is first presented in Detective Comics number 33, November 1939, and is later fleshed out in Batman number 47. As these comics state, Bruce Wayne is born to Dr. Thomas Wayne and his wife Martha, two very wealthy and charitable Gotham City socialites in 1915. Bruce is brought up in Wayne Manor, with its wealthy splendor, and lives a happy and privileged existence until the age of 8, when his parents are killed by a small-time criminal named Joe Chill while on their way home from a movie theater. Bruce Wayne swears an oath to rid the city of the evil that had taken his parents' lives. He engages in intense intellectual and physical training. However, he realizes that these skills alone would not be enough. Criminals are superstitious and cowardly lot, Wayne remarks, so my disguise must be able to strike terror into their hearts. I must be a creature of the night, black, terrible ... and quad. As if responding to his desires, a bat suddenly flies through the window, inspiring Bruce to take on the persona of Batman. In early strips, Batman's career as a vigilante earns him the ire of the police. During this period, Wayne has a fiancée named Julie Madison. Wayne takes in an orphan circus acrobat, Dick Grayson, who becomes his sidekick, Robin. Batman also becomes a founding member of the Justice Society of America, although he, like Superman, is an honorary member, and thus only participates occasionally. Batman's relationship with the law thaws quickly, and he is made an honorary member of Gotham City's police department. During this time, butler Alfred Pennyworth arrives at Wayne Manor, and after deducing the dynamic duo's secret identities joins their service. The story was completely changed during the Silver Age, when it was sometimes held to have begun in 1956 when the publisher introduced Barry Allen as a new, updated version of The Flash. Batman is not significantly changed by the late 1950s for the continuity which would be later referred to as Earth 1. The lighter tone Batman had taken in the period between the Golden and Silver Ages led to the stories of the late 1950s and early 1960s that often feature a large number of science fiction elements, and Batman is not significantly updated in the manner of other characters until Detective Comics number 327, May 1964, in which Batman reverts to his detective roots, with most science fiction elements jettisoned from the series. After the introduction of DC Comics multiverse in the 1960s, DC established that stories from the Golden Age star the Earth 2 Batman, a character from a parallel world. This version of Batman partners with and marries the reformed Earth 2 Catwoman, Selina Kyle, as shown in Superman Family number 211, and fathers Helena Wayne, who, as the Huntress, becomes, along with Dick Grayson, the Earth 2 Robin, Gotham's protector once Wayne retires from the position to become police commissioner, a position he occupies until he is killed during one final adventure as Batman. Batman titles however often ignored that a distinction had been made between the pre-revamp and post-revamp Batman, since unlike The Flash or Green Lantern, Batman comics had been published without interruption through the 1950s, and would on occasion make reference to stories from the Golden Age. Nevertheless, details of Batman's history were altered or expanded upon through the decades. Additions include meetings with a future Superman during his youth, his upbringing by his uncle Philip Wayne, introduced in Batman number 208, January/February 1969, after his parents' death, and appearances of his father and himself as prototypical versions of Batman and Robin, respectively. In 1980, then-editor Paul Levitz commissioned the Untold Legend of the Batman limited series to thoroughly chronicle Batman's origin and history. Batman meets and regularly works with other heroes during the Silver Age, most notably Superman, whom he began regularly working alongside in a series of team-ups in World's Finest Comics, starting in 1954 and continuing through the series' cancellation in 1986. Batman and Superman are usually depicted as close friends. Batman becomes a founding member of the Justice League of America, appearing in its first story in 1960's The Brave and the Bold number 28. In the 1970s and 1980s, The Brave and the Bold became a Batman title, in which Batman teams up with a different DC Universe superhero each month. The Crisis on Infinite Earths ended the multiverse and streamlined the DC Universe into a new continuity. After the 12-issue limited series Crisis on Infinite Earths, DC Comics retconned the histories of some major characters in an attempt at updating them for contemporary audiences. Frank Miller retold Batman's origin in the storyline, Year 1 from Batman number 404 to 407, which emphasizes a grittier tone in the character. Though the Earth 2 Batman is erased from history, many stories of Batman's Silver Age/Earth 1 career, along with an amount of Golden Age ones, remain canonical in the post-Crisis universe, with his origins remaining the same in essence, despite alteration. For example, Gotham's police are mostly corrupt, setting up further need for Batman's existence. While Dick Grayson's past remains much the same, the history of Jason Todd, the second Robin, is altered, turning the boy into the orphan son of a petty crook, who tries to steal the tires from the Batmobile. Also removed is the Guardian Philip Wayne, leaving young Bruce to be raised by Alfred Pennyworth. Additionally, Batman is no longer a founding member of the Justice League of America. Until the events of Infinite Crisis, he is known to be again, although he becomes leader for a short time of a new incarnation of the team launched in 1987. To help fill in the revised backstory for Batman following Crisis, DC launched new Batman titles called Legends of the Dark Knight in 1989 and Batman Confidential in 2006, and has published various miniseries and one-shot stories since then that largely take place during the Year 1 period. Various stories from Jeff Loeb and Matt Wagner also touch upon this era. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe.